Conor, you and I have never spoken. My name is Nick Wright. I am in for Colin. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know it's a super busy week for you. How are you this morning?
Thank you, sir, for having me on. Thank you for them kind words. And I'm good, very good. Preparing to fight.
All right.
Fight is closing in.
So I'm going to start.
I'm very excited about that.
Sorry about that. I'm going to start in the obvious place. Where did you come up with the red panties line? Because I love it so much.
I mean, that would be at home with my beautiful girlfriend, Dee. We do enjoy a good red panty night.
Oh, so for you, it's a real thing. It wasn't just like a cliche thing. It's like for
I've been living the red panty night every time I step into that octagon, my friend.
Oh, a red panty.
I've been living.
You've been living it. You've been living the red panty night for years now.
Exactly.
All right, so hold on. There are a lot of follow-ups here. So you ever get home after a hard day of training and you see that it's a red panty night and you're like, baby, I'm tired. It can't put on the black panties. I can't do a red panty night tonight.
Funny enough, it wakes me up every damn time.
Conor McGregor with us.
Whoa.
Conor McGregor with us. UFC 202, McGregor Diaz 2 this Saturday. Yeah, go ahead.
Is she with you at the fights? Does she stay with you the week of?
Yeah, Diaz here right now with me. She's with me all the way.
Oh,
we've been together since day one on this journey, and we've been on a crazy ride together, and we're side by side with it.
Do you think you're a better talker or a better fighter?
I believe I'm a better fighter. Of course, 100%. Can I speak? Can I verbally destroy my opponents? Yes, I can, and I have done. But make no mistake, it's my skills that pay the bills. So, I am a fighter, true and true.
Can I make the counterpoint, respectfully, sir? I think you could end up being the greatest UFC fighter ever, and I still think you wouldn't be a better fighter than you are talker. I was listening to prepare for this. I was listening to interviews you've done in the last few weeks. You at one point were talking about John Cena, and you used the term wearing his luminous orange shirt. I feel, do you go into these interviews saying, I know I want to say this, I know I want to say that, or is it all off the top of your head?
No, it's just all off the top of the head, and I spoke the truth. He is wearing an luminous orange T-shirt, and he's 40 years of age, and he's waving his hand in front of his face, talking like nobody can see him, but you can see him right there. I simply go in and speak the truth, and that's it. The talking does get blown out of proportion. I understand for the media and that it is essential, and for warfare, it is a strong part of warfare. You break a man down mentally, physically, and verbally also. But for me, physically is where I shine. And mentally also, I have mental strength, like that lady alluded to, or like you alluded to the lady's question. What if I lose? But I have already decided I've won in my mind. I am strong, and I am going in here to be victorious. Not only that, it will be inside 2 rounds, and that's against a man that has a win over me. That's mental strength. So I have many other characteristics that stand to me and make me into the man I am. But my skills pay the bills. I get in there and I fight, and that's where I truly shine, inside that octagon. And I look forward to it Saturday night, live on pay-per-view, UFC 202.
You did the plug for me.
And check it out.
I don't even have to do that.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor with us. All right, So I want to be serious for a moment here, because you said you're going to win. You're going to win within 2 rounds. I totally respect that. You can't go into a fight saying, maybe I'll lose, because you can get killed that way. If I can take you back to the first fight, after the first round, did you think you had him beat almost?
I had him badly hurt. I dominated all the grappling exchanges. I had his face opened up. He has a rock chin, but he has soft skin. So he went back bust open to his corner. And now I was feeling it, though. I know that I was feeling the fatigue. But then second round, I looked at him. He was backed up against the fence. Within seconds, I started teeing off on him. My best shots actually landed early in the second round. But I kept hitting the boy. I kept overloading on my shots. And I didn't take into account his size and his durability. On the night this Saturday, he'll have about a 30-pound weight advantage. So these are things I did not give credit to the first fight. I loaded up on every shot. I was not as selective with my strikes, but this is a very important factor of a fight when you're facing a bigger man. You must be selective. So throughout training camp, I had brought in middleweights, heavier middleweights to put their weight on me and come in on me fresh each round. So I have prepared accordingly for that, and that's why we are going into this fight against a man that holds a win over me. We are going in here very, very confident that we will get this win back. I am prepared for 5 rounds this time. I will fight for 5 rounds. I simply feel my prediction is because if I look at the last fight, he was almost done. He was almost done in that second round. So I feel with this new correct approach, he won't get out of that second round.
Conor McGregor. Go ahead. Sorry.
Not just speak. It's I'm visualizing it through practice of what I feel it will be done in 2.
So, in other words, for listeners out there that might be going to Vegas, Conor is saying bet him and the under. Conor McGregor with us right now, UFC 202, T-Mobile Arena, in Vegas. So it's interesting how this has developed because you were never initially supposed to fight Nate Diaz. You were supposed to fight Dos Anjos, and then he gets hurt, and then there's 10 days, and all of a sudden you're fighting a guy who's, fights 20 pounds heavier than your weight class. Do you ever think about if Dos Anjos doesn't get hurt, how different your right now your life is? Like if you go fight Dos Anjos.
I mean, well,
go ahead.
Yeah, my life would be no different. The fight game's a crazy game. It's up and down, but I certainly wins and losses happen in the game of true fighting. It comes with the territory. It's one of the reasons why it had a $4 billion price tag, because it's the most exciting sport out there. 1 minute a guy is dominating a fight, and the next minute he's not dominating. It's a crazy game. But if I had fought Dos Anjos that night, I would be a 2-weight world champion, no doubt about it. The shots that I cracked Nate with in that fight would have sunk Dos Anjos, no problem. But I am happy the way it happened. It forced me to analyze where I was going, the lack of structure in my preparation and my focus, and it forced me to come back a couple of steps and correct things that I feel have gone off the track. So I am happy with it. Everything happens for a reason. But my life has not changed. It's still, my life is still good. I'm still living damn good. Know that. So I'm happy it happened. But it is what it is.
Conor McGregor with us. You mentioned the $4 billion price tag. How much of that do you think is because of you? Like, if you never fight in the UFC, do you think it sells for less money? If you're right now you're a tattooed accountant, do you think that the UFC is actually? Do you think that it's worth less money if Conor McGregor never comes around?
It would be hard for me to say that when you're talking about guys like the Fertittas and Mr. White, who are spearheading that organization and with the backing of Fox and the way it's gone. It would be very hard to deny that they could make it into what it currently is. But there's no doubt that I sped up the process. There's no doubt that I'm a big reason why that price tag was $4 billion. If 2015 was McGregor breaking every record in the book, bringing in all the pay-per-view, all the gate records, all the TV records, and then in early 2016 it sold for $4 billion, you best believe the new buyers, the people who bought it, had Conor McGregor at the forefront of their mind. So I have no doubt that I was a big part to play in that.
Conor McGregor with us. UFC 202 is Saturday. Coverage begins right here on FS1 at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. So much of this stuff, the fight game, is fascinating to me. And so much of it is the lead up. When you saw yesterday that they started that press conference without you, did that, if you were right when you said one of the reasons these press conferences are a big deal is because of you. Do you think they owed it to you to wait till you got there?
No, I don't think so. I'm glad they started, but it's just the way they go on about these damn press conferences is just getting a little bit crazy now. Every time I roll into these press conferences, there's something going to happen. It's just the way it is. I don't know what is going on. I mean, I've got kicked off of cards before because I missed a press conference, but I was making my way. But I'm glad they started. It is what it is. And then Nate stormed off with his little gang members in their matching black T-shirts, and then start throwing bottles. And then if they want to fight, let's just fight. What's throwing bottles for. You know what I mean? That's weak in my opinion. But I mean, I got sucked into it as well, and I'm up on damn stage launching them as well. So, it is what it is. I don't know, these damn press conferences, they won't leave me alone. But it comes with the territory. So I get in and I just do what I got to do. And I mean, I'm happy now that it's done. I got a fight ahead of me, and that's what I truly want. That's what I truly I'm here for. I'm here to whoop people for truckloads of cash. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to get in a fight for that money. I don't want to be. All the other stuff means nothing to me, but it means something to everybody else. So we got to go do it.
The way fighting works, I would imagine, even if you don't dislike someone, you have to convince yourself, trick your brain, going into the fight that you hate them because you're fighting for your life, and literally in some cases. With Nate Diaz,
Yes,
it doesn't.
I mean, some people.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Yeah, some people do that. Some people trick themselves and they claim to hate. You know, I don't really hate that guy. You know, there's something going on, but it's not hatred. It's, you know, when you're gonna go into a free fight with another man, it brings out emotions, and then you put these people beside you in a pressure situation where onlookers are there looking with cameras. It just creates something, and it's just a natural tense environment where stuff is about to go down. If you're not on the ball, then these two boys who are about to fight are going to fight here and now. So, as far as hatred, it's not necessarily. I don't really hate the guy. I mean, I'm going to go in and try and open up that soft skin of his and trying to put him asleep. But there's not really much hatred in there. It is what it is. It's something. I just can't really. And we need to bring a psychologist onto the show and see what it is, because I don't really know what it is. But it's something, and it's exciting. But it ain't hatred.
Conor McGregor, you've been very generous with your time. I'll let you out of here on this one. You mentioned your girl's been with you the whole time, that she's sitting with you right now. So the obvious question.
Yeah.
She got the red panties on?
Now, careful now. Don't make me go into that studio.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I take it back. I take it all back. Good luck this weekend. I'll be out there. Thank you, Conor. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank
Good
you
luck,
so
man.
much. Thank you.
Thank you. See ya. Oh, it's going so well. I thought I could get in there with that. He said, don't make me come see you. No, I have no interest.